All right, welcome to Hoodoo TV. A great November 6th is here, and that means it's New Comic Book Day for November 7th. Yes, indeed. My name is Hoosier, and I got this guy with me.
What's up, guys? It's me, Jared. I am so glad to be back on. We've got a whole bunch of awesome books that we're going to be talking about this week. So strap in and let's get going.
That's right.
Yeah, if you guys like this channel, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. If it's your first time here, I would suggest also hitting that subscribe button because we do this every Tuesday, 6:30. Talk about comic books, get into some news, some fun stuff. I think you're gonna like it.
This is a show that we are always trying to do more stuff, try to better our quality, everything that we do. And so one thing we've done recently is we started a Patreon. Check that out at patreon.com/Hoodoo TV. We're going to have stuff where it's just viewer only, Patreon exclusive polls, do a bunch of different things that's going to be on there. Videos before they come out, and any archived live shows go right there. Check that out. It is going to be awesome. And all those who are, I know Dan is one of our, I think I call it the Harbinger level funding, and he's helping us out a little bit on a better level. So thanks for that, Dan. Appreciate that. And if you guys check that out, please, we appreciate it. And go in from there.
Yes.
And so, yeah, well, thank everybody for jumping on. There's been a lot of news in the news lately. We want to know what you guys are thinking of some of the stuff going on. Like, everybody's pull list, put those on there, score those for us, and we can go from there. Put it in the chat. We want to know what's going on. We definitely want to know what you're thinking about this new book that was just announced this week, The Forgotten Queen. Valiant's new one coming out in February.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, new book, new 4-part series. Gonna be, I don't know, gonna be taken over for a couple titles that'll be leaving. But this one looks really interesting. I think the art looks great. I don't know. There's something about the typography of it. Looks really professional. Looks really good. This is kind of a new character that the new brass is putting out there, so it's going to be kind of a test to see what they can do with something, a whole new brand new character.
Right, a reintroduced character. This is Warmonger. Warmonger was on Unity 18, so been around Valiant a little bit before, but it's kind of interesting to have this brand new character coming into the mix with the new brass, like you said, with Valiant. When there's so much left on the shelf.
Yeah.
When there's no Archer and Armstrong. There's no Harbinger book right now. Really, I don't know. Like, why bring out the new toy when you still got so much there ready to play with? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. If it's a great story, that's good. But you got these like existing stories with existing fan bases right there for the works to play with, and you're going with something brand new.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I don't really know where it was born from. Possibly just I'd imagine they just want to make their own mark. So we'll see what comes out of it. I think it looks kind of cool. I definitely want to check it out and see what's going on with it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be a test.
I wish they kind of would have waited a little bit to do it. A lot like Dinesh and Company, how they took a couple years when they had their existing IPs with Valiant, and they came and brought those out and showed that they can do justice with them before they brought out Divinity, before they brought out Britannia, before they brought out Savage. And, you know, I like that. And this is, you know, we're not even in year, we're going to be barely a year in when they're already doing something like big like this with a new character.
Yeah.
With so much on the shelf, like I say, having lost, upcoming, losing Andy Diggle, Shadow Man.
Shadow Man ends, ending in January. So we've got a little bit left, but kind of a bummer. Like, it's another loss. That one and Faith.
Yeah,
but Faith we already knew about. But
yeah.
The Shadow Man was supposed to be an ongoing. Shadow Man was supposed to be, I don't know. It's been forever since we had a Shadow Man ongoing. So then we get it, and we get only a handful of issues, and then it's gone. So kind of a bummer.
It is kind of a weird bummer. Like, I do wish, like Danny says on the chat, that he kind of thinks that, you know, having a Savage book would have been great. And I completely agree. I think a Savage book would have been awesome. But it is weird. I mean, we only got 5 books. Like I always felt like a good, comfortable spot with this would be 2 books a week. That way, I mean, that could be 10 books, 4 books, 8 books, right? I mean, just even 8, right? There's a comfortable spot. But like this week, we have no Valiant book.
Yeah, that's right.
We're getting a lot of books ending, right? We're getting a new Bloodshot in a week. That's great. You know what I mean? We're going to be getting that Toyo Harada book. I can't believe it. But it's just like this. Kent's the last thing from Dinesh that's still hanging around. I think the Toyo Harada story, I think that's a lot to do with Dinesh and Company too, and that Joshua Dysart had already been working on that before. So I think that's a lot like the last Harada.
Yeah, right.
The last hoorah of Dysart. Who knows? So good of a story. That book really got me excited. But sitting at 5, you know, I'm fine with the new character, but bring back more of these old characters.
Yeah.
I know we're getting Livewire soon. I know we're getting the Harada book soon. But I feel like, you know, sitting just at 5, you know, leaves a lot of people wanting more. The thing that kind of worries me in January, if somebody picks up 2 of the 5 books out, they're going to maybe be their first Valiant book, and they're going to start with Faith, Dreamside. And next month they'll try to get it, and there's not another new book. Or they'll go to Shadow Man for the first time, and there's not another Shadow book.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you know, the odds there of that happening are pretty high likely. So,
They don't...
I wish there was more.
Do they have an ongoing?
Right, Exo Manowar.
Yeah.
And the pre-order comes out.
Yeah.
You could order the pre-order for the next arc. And I recommend, if you guys like this book, if you want to keep seeing what Kent's doing, get that pre-order. You know, do your talking with the dollar. Maybe they'll keep that as an ongoing and keep Kent going. Because I want to see books keep going. I mean, DC has been doing quite well keeping their books going, not keep going with these single issues again and again, or the, you know what I mean, restarting their books all the time. And
well,
that's, yeah.
But
Marvel.
Right.
Marvel.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, I mean, that's just where I'm at there. But yeah, Shadow Man hitting the books, so that kind of sucks. But I would love to see more ongoings to kind of keep going, to get to those stories and tie in. Whatever they need to do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought they had it going great with Shadow Man and Ninja K. Man, Ninja K's gone.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Oh, gosh, man. There's some little things like that get us going, but...
Yeah. Looks like Danny is agreeing there. He thinks we need more titles, ongoing titles as well. So,
yeah,
man.
But make sure you guys are putting in the chat what you guys are reading. We're going to talk about new comic books now. And some of the best requests, some of the best things that we get are from you guys and what you tell us is on your pull list. One of my favorites that we got from one of the fans was going to be Extremity.
Yeah. Daniel
awesome.
Warren Johnson. I probably wouldn't have known who that guy was. And, I mean, maybe that's just a fault of me. But I'm so glad we got turned on to that title because it's now one of my favorites. So, yeah, we take these things seriously. Let us know what is awesome out there.
Yeah, I know, like, Danny's given us a lot of books that he's
tons.
enjoyed and that we loved. And, like, it's cool when you realize that people have kind of the same, like, palette of books that you want to read, right? And so, yeah, we appreciate that when you guys let us know what you're reading.
For sure.
And let's go from there.
Yeah, so we got the Mother Panic trade paperback is coming out this week. Which is really exciting. I mean, this is Jody Hauser, and I know Danny will be excited about that, with Ibrahim Mustafa on the art. There's a really cool book, really awesome. I mean, it takes place in Gotham and everything, but it really does feel like its own title, which is great and a lot of fun. So check it out. And I think it's the perfect way to get this book is in the trade as well. Singles are awesome, but like to have this collection, it's really, really good.
Danny gives it a I heart. Jody, yes, we love Jody too. So a good call out there. And I love Ibrahim Mustafa's work. He's such a great guy. If you ever get a chance to meet Ibrahim,
oh my gosh,
he'll like remember you 2 years down the road.
He's the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he's worth it. So support people you enjoy. I have always appreciated that as well. Next up, I want to call out a book is George Romero's Road of the Dead. George Romero's last movie was Road of the Dead, and this is another like prequel to it. So we're getting a cool story about a young scientist woman who's maybe have found the cure of the zombies. But there's a couple of people that don't want that cure to be out there. One of them is zombies, of course, because they want to live, kind of. And the other one is going to be the bikers. And I don't know why bikers would really give a crap. They're biking. You'd think they don't want zombies trying to get them because they're not in enclosed car or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is by Jonathan Mayberry. Jonathan Mayberry's multiple-time award winner as far as writing's concerned. I'm not sure what all books that he's necessarily done. I know he's a New York Times bestseller author. But check it out. Art looks really cool. IDW book. I am good for that one.
Yeah. This is one that I'm pretty excited about. This is Punchline. Now, it's from a publisher that we haven't really ever touched on before. This is Antarctic Press. So this book is done by Bill Williams. It sounds like a superhero story. We've got a retired heroine who has given the mantle of Punchline to a younger woman, and now they work together, kind of a mentor-mentee sort of relationship. What makes me excited about this one, though, is it kind of feels a bit like Batman Beyond in a way, at least how it was described. So I really like that story. It's pretty great. So this one I think would be pretty awesome as well. And who doesn't love more superheroes?
More superheroes are always great. Like you said, Batman Beyond. I can't wait for Bruce to actually give Rick his spot back on being Batman. We haven't talked about Dick and Rick.
No, we haven't.
And I don't know many people that actually associated. Yeah. Anyway, we're not going there. We don't go there.
It's a whole can of worms.
Let's talk about Marvel Knights 20th. This is Donny Cates.
Yes.
Mr. Marvel right now, pretty much. Him and Charles Soule, I would have to say, are the Marvel dudes going at it.
Pretty hot right now.
Pretty hot. And Rosenberg, she's doing really great. But this is getting back into Daredevil. Daredevil is he is a really cool character. I haven't ever really got into him that much. I want to get more into Daredevil. I was kind of trying to figure out where to start, and this might be where to go. I mean,
hey, not a bad spot, yeah.
Right? I know we have a couple of viewers on here that are super Daredevil fans. And then we're just getting this dark Matt Murdock story with the Punisher and the Black Panther. And it looks like Kingpin's even on the cover. But let's see what happens with this. If it's Donny Cates, kind of makes you want to watch it.
It's going to be great. I mean, having a book like this is, I don't know. It's huge for Donny. I mean, Donny is so talented, and the fact that he can take a book that's so huge like Thanos and then also have a book that's the street level crime fighting that is, Marvel Knights like this. I mean, that's big. That's a range. This guy is so talented, and there's a reason he's got the work that he does with Marvel.
Right.
They keep giving him books because he can keep delivering, and he's awesome. Yeah. I think he's great.
What he's done, Doctor Strange, and then Ghost Rider. That's been Cosmic Ghost Rider. Phenomenal. I'm all in for that. So if you're getting in some Donny Cates, make sure you're checking that out. We got Punchline. We got Moon Knight. But next we got is Colin Bunn, another writer who does a lot of things exceptionally well, but one thing exceptionally well, and that's horror. Donny Cates kills it in his horror books. Next we have Empty Man #1. This is with Colin Bunn, and Jesus Hervas is doing the art on this. Lucas Stan, you might know that book that he's done as well, and Hellraiser, so Clive Barker's Hellraiser. This is a cool story about a character who has gotten the Empty Man disease. And right now the world is going crazy, and they're trying to put everybody in quarantine who's got this, but her family doesn't want to let her go into quarantine because once you're in quarantine, you kind of not seen again anymore.
Yeah. Man, this book sounds really interesting to me. The idea of, well, for one, this is an ongoing. So it feels like we're going to get the idea of of delving deeper into what it's like to be hiding someone that is falling deeper into insanity and violence and, this psychotic break. And I imagine with an ongoing, you have the room to explore that into the deepest twists that you possibly could. And I think this one's going to be really cool.
Right. I believe Harrow County just got ended on his ongoing with Dark Horse. So this leaves him with some wide open. I know he usually does kind of like limited series runs. So this kind of opens it up for him. I want to see where it goes. Cool concept, cool idea. And I want to know what this Empty Man disease really is. Is it a zombie disease? Is he kind of trying to get it in the very first steps of it? I'm not really sure where that's going to go, but I dig it.
Yep, me too. Me too. Looks like we got what is it? What's this?
Things Remembered.
Things Remembered. All right. Yeah, so we've got a Seven to Eternity, number 12 coming out. This book has been awesome. It's been coming out for a couple years now. It's slow going, but I think it's because they put a lot of work into this. It's also a project on top of many other projects these guys have. So Rick Remender and Jerome Pena. It's awesome. Such a cool story. Highly recommended. So grab number 12 if you're caught up. Grab number 1 if you've never looked at this book before. It is freaking cool.
Yes, Things Remembered are things you will love, right? Get them engraved into your heart at the mall, and they will be there for you ever. So get your Things Remembered today.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I want to call up Bully Wars. Bully Wars number 3, I believe. Scotty Young here, and I love this story. It is a YA, young adults title, but it's about this about a bully getting into middle school and going to high school and realizing he's not the biggest bully. And there's Bully Wars. And so who does he call on about helping him out against the bigger bullies to get into this bully war? The geeks he used to pick on. And it's just a cool concept, cool story. I'm loving all of the characters in this and the art. It's a fun read. And it's pretty funny. Yeah, and part of it, I mean, we all went through high school for the most part. I hope most of you did. If you weren't homeschooled, I'm sorry. You probably had a worse bully there. But we could all relate to it, so I'm digging it. So I'm going to say Bully Wars number 3 is a book that I would recommend some people get into.
Yeah. Yeah, so we also, number 3 this month is Leviathan. So this one is the John Layman and Nick Pitara story of kind of this demonic beast that shows up in New York, destroys everything. And we're just kind of like getting into, the aftermath. So, last issue we got into, the first response and somehow the government released a whole bunch of secret dinosaurs from underground, and it's such a silly book, but violent and crazy. It's like there's no limits to what could happen in this. I mean, I know at the end of that one we had this like 3-headed radioactive dinosaur that was introduced, and who knows what's going to happen with that. So it's fun, it's crazy. I don't know, it's one of those books that you can just you can pick up and you know what you're getting, and it's fun. It's great for that. So they're doing a great job with this. I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. One of the other books that I know both of us enjoyed, number 1. Sorry for the delay in the editing, but we're going to have a review of number 1 come out soon. But it's Dead Rabbit, Jerry Dugan and John McCrae. McCrae. I freaking love the main character in this. Retired robber who broke good. And now he's needed to break bad again. Mm-hmm. And just what he's done connected with the mob and where he's going, I dig it.
Yeah.
So digging on that, shoot up on some James Bond.
Yeah.
Dude, this is, if you guys Dynamite, this is their best title I think they got that keeps coming out is Bond series stuff, because Bond is Bond and he's awesome. But Greg Pak. Anything he touches has been good. I don't want to say anything he touches, but many of his books have been good. Cadet U has been great. And then I've loved Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories. And I think you and I were talking off air. What a different concept for him to go from, Planet Hulk, Cadet U to this.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's done Bond a little bit. Wait, didn't he do the last one? I don't know. I'm getting into stuff that I can't back up with knowledge. So, yeah. Thanks for coming on to our show so we can inform you with all the
stuff
that we know about. No, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun because, yeah, you were right. Bond is awesome and Bond is a lot of fun. So anytime you can get anything with Bond in it, it's good stuff.
And we did have some people that put in their chats. Like Danny's been blowing us up on the chat, and we appreciate that.
Danny
we love
rocks.
that. He has Green Arrow number 46. He has the Green Lantern number 1. We're going to talk a little bit about that. The Walking Dead number 85. Kick-Ass number 9. Crowded number 4, which has been a great story. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens with this, I did see Christopher Sabella posting pictures of him and Rebel Wilson signing books, signing covers. He's just hanging out with my homie. So I think that is awesome that is coming. And then we also, what else was he got here? He's got Animosity 17, which Aftershock puts out some great books, and the Lollipop Kids is on there as well. And then I do want to call out the things he said here. Baby Teeth by Donny Cates. He's catching up with that, and he loves it. I'm not sure if you saw it, but that Donny Cates God Country had got optioned.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so that's some news that I didn't have posted on here.
Oh, man, what's that going to look like? Oh, that's going to be fun.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. But yeah, that is a great one that I want to call out. And then we're going to call out, like we said, Green Lantern #1. Mm-hmm. Grant Morrison on the title, dude.
Yeah.
If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will.
This is going to be sick. I'm really excited about this one. So when Rebirth came out, we had 2 titles. We had Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, and then we also had Green Lanterns. Now we're returning to the Green Lantern, which is great. And it sounds like they're actually kind of like taking the foot off the pedal a little bit on this. They're bringing him back to the, being a intergalactic cop is really all is how it was sold.
Right.
That's what Grant Morrison is calling it, and it's going to be more like a police procedural where he's going through and just kind of like investigating just crimes instead of like always fighting these huge, like multiverse destroying entities and like these massive problems that they have to go through. So I'm excited to kind of get just a little bit quieter, walking pace of Hal Jordan, which would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. I mean, I guess he's going to go up against an alien that's been on Earth, kind of like hidden out in plain sight type of thing. Mm-hmm. My first thought was Martian Manhunter, but I know Martian Manhunter's getting his next book next month.
Yep.
And that makes me happy.
Yeah, that's going to be real good.
Yep, excited for that. There's so much going out right now that's out and about within comics, in comic book industry, that's to get excited for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I talk about it every week. The Boys coming soon, Deadly Class coming soon. And then Danny mentioned earlier is the DC Universe's Titans TV show. If you guys have been watching that, I haven't got the DC Universe yet, but I think it is something I want to get into really soon because it looks great.
Looks great. Danny says he's loving it so far. So, I mean, that's as good enough of a review as I'm happy with that. So
yeah,
I think that one's still coming out weekly, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing it weekly.
So I might have to wait until it's all out and then just like buy like a month and just like
then cancel.
Just go for it.
Right?
I mean, you can't just buy all these subscription services. It's killing me.
Oh man.
So
yep.
I mean, I hate to admit it, but
Jared likes to trade wait. He doesn't like getting issue after issue, so that's kind of what he's doing. He's trade waiting for the series here to come out.
Netflix has spoiled us. They just dropped the entire series, and you just watch it all.
Right. Yeah, marathon the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention something that just happened that people have been marathoning has been season 3 of Daredevil.
Yeah, and that one's awesome. Such a good series.
Right. And then CW keeps actually doing such a great job for their great kids stories that they're doing with the Supergirl and Flash and Arrow, and about to have this crossover event, and the images that have came out of Batwoman, awesome.
Oh yeah.
The Black Superman in his alternate Elseworld outfit, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks pretty spectacular. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
For what's coming out. And I follow Kevin Smith a lot, and he's doing a lot of the directing for some of the Supergirl coming up and some of the Flash coming up. And so you hear some of his crazy stories that he tells. And
I'm excited about him getting into the Flash.
He's done like 4 or 5 episodes already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I dig it. That's
sweet.
But yeah, what else are you excited for? Man, all the Bloodshot news coming out lately has been awesome, dude. And then we got all of the Captain Marvel coming around the corner.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah. Shazam. Pumped.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got some Star Wars news. Boba Fett has been completely canceled. They're not going to be doing that one. Which is okay because, I mean, we're getting The Mandalorian, which is going to be on their streaming service. I think we talked about this last month a little bit. So it'll be... I don't know. I think The Mandalorian is the reason they canceled Boba Fett is less about numbers and more about like The Mandalorian is gonna kind of take over that spot for that. So
yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna get a shirt saying Captain Marvel's not my Captain Marvel.
Why?
Because Shazam is the real Captain Marvel.
Oh, old school.
Yeah, let's get it
Boo.
right. Not my Captain
Marvel's
Marvel.
had that title forever now.
No, not forever. Not
Well-
20 years before it came out, they didn't have it. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We all know they didn't come out, so. And then Danny asked, what do we think about Rick in The Walking Dead? I don't know, man. Who knows?
I don't know either.
Who
Movie
knows?
deal, huh?
Who knows? You never
Actually,
know.
that's a good opportunity. I hadn't really thought about that. Is that news that came out? So Danny said, what do you think about... He said movie deal. So apparently, like... I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers, but, like, it's left open and there's room. So maybe a movie could be.
It might happen.
Interesting.
It might happen. So.
He also mentions Haunting on Hill House is the best TV series so far this year.
The House on Haunted Hill?
Close, like the board game. No, this one's done. This one's based off of a novel that I've been really wanting to read, and so I'm not watching the series yet until I read the novel itself. But I've heard this the series is pretty dang good.
There you go.
Man,
I'm in for it. Oh, and he says there may be a trilogy. I don't even want to go there.
Okay.
I don't even want to go there. So, let's make sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. We love having you guys on here. Thank you so much for reaching out and just joining in the conversation. Like we said, we love talking with you guys. This Tuesday nights are so much fun. It's a good time.
That's right, guys. Make sure you check us out on Patreon and check out some of these videos over here on the side, whichever way direction they're going. Check them out and make sure you check us out again. See you next week. It'll be me. Jared won't be here because
I'm lame.
he's a bum. So sorry, guys. We'll see.